Shalom, this is the Minute Parasha of Mira Neshama, Vayetze. Vayetze is the beautiful parasha that is very known for being the parasha of the dream of Yaakov's ladder. And I want to focus in this parasha on the moment that Yaakov wakes up from his dream. And it's Pasuk Tetzain, and the Pasuk says, Vayeket Yaakov Mishnato, Vayomer, Achen yesh Adonai b'makom hazeh. Donc, and Yaakov woke up from his sleep, and he said, "Oh yes, indeed, there is God in this place. Vanochi lo yadati, and I didn't know." And if we read this in a mystical way, in an allegorical way, in a metaphorical way, it's really talking about spiritual awakening, really. And we tend to have these representations that spiritual awakening is really a concept that's used in other spiritual cultures, Hinduism, Buddhism, etc. Spiritual awakening is very strong also in Sufism, but it's very strong also in Jewish mysticism. It's really one of the things that Kabbalah is all about. And I see this idea of spiritual awakening every morning in the prayer of Shacharit, in the Amidah of Shacharit, in the Amidah really, when we say, when we bless Hashem for being the one who Mekayem be'emunato, who raises up with his faith people who lishenei afar, who are sleeping in the dust. And I think every time I read this pasuk, I think it's just so beautiful. He's raising up, he's waking up those who are like asleep in the dust. And to me, this is a metaphor of just people being asleep in kind of like their misery, kind of like their daily lowliness, right? And this idea of rising from the dust is also very present in Kabbalat Shabbat. And so when we invite in Lecha Dodi, when we invite the bride of Shabbat to come, and we say Kumi miafar kumi, raise from the dust, uri, and wake up, hitoreri, wake up. And it's fascinating to me how much in Lecha Dodi there is this invitation to not only raise but to wake up. What does it mean to wake up? To say wake up to someone who's already awake. Right? And to me, this is why it's a spiritual message, because you're saying wake up to someone who's already awake. And so this is really what resonates with me when I read this pasuk, especially because they're saying Vayaket Yaakov Mishnato. He's waking up not from sleeping, he's waking up from his sleep. And what does he do when he wakes up from his sleep? He sees not only that God is here, but he realizes, oh my God, God was here all along. It's just me who wasn't in touch with it. It's just me who didn't know it. And how often has it happened to us, each of us in our lives, that when we have realizations, when we realize things, and we're like, oh yes, this was there all along. It's just me who wasn't present to it. It's just me who didn't see that, right? And I see in this pasuk a very beautiful invitation for us to wake up to the truth of things, and not only to wake up to it, but to have the humility to acknowledge it, just like he said, Vanochi lo yadati. Right, and so the blessing is may we live awake as we're awake. May we be awake. This was the Minute Parasha of Mira Neshama. Please like, share, comment, spread the love. Shavua tov.